Eli was a young project manager at a renewable energy startup. His company had been working on a promising wind farm project for months, with hopes to win government funding. The funding was crucial, not just for the company's growth but also for advancing green energy initiatives in the region. Eli was excited to be part of something that could make a real difference. One day, while going through some project reports, Eli found a minor discrepancy in the wind power output projections. The actual data suggested a slightly lower output than the company had initially reported. It wasn't a huge difference, and most people would hardly notice it, but it was enough to potentially affect the project's eligibility for funding. Eli had a choice: he could either ignore the error and proceed as if nothing was wrong, or he could bring it up with his boss, risking the company's chances for funding. The temptation to overlook the issue was strong. After all, the company had invested a lot, and he knew his team had worked tirelessly. He thought of his colleagues' jobs and the impact this project could have on the community. But Eli's core values of honesty and integrity weighed heavily on him. He remembered his father's words: "Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching." After much thought, Eli decided he couldn't ignore the discrepancy. He brought it to the attention of his boss, fully aware of the possible consequences. To Eli's surprise, his boss commended him for his honesty. She said that it was better to address the issue now rather than risk damaging their reputation later. Together, they revised the report and submitted it with accurate data. The project did not receive the initial funding, but Eli's company gained a reputation for transparency and trustworthiness. A few months later, the government introduced a new initiative to support companies with strong ethical foundations. Thanks to their integrity, Eli's company qualified for the program, securing the funding they needed. Eli learned that in business, as in life, integrity might have short-term costs but often leads to long-term rewards. Proverbs 10 verse 9, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out." This highlights the value of choosing honesty and integrity, as Eli did, even when it might seem easier to take shortcuts. It reassures that walking in truth and uprightness leads to security, both in character and in the potential outcomes that follow.